everybody, this is Rolf Denver, and my trail name is Kinnikinnick, and I'm hiking the Colorado Trail, and that's how I've managed to get a trail name. And I just want to do a short review today of the trekking poles that I'm using on this trip. So these are my Black Diamond Distance Carbon Z poles. As you can see, they're a fixed length pole. They don't have any adjustment to them, so it's really important that you make sure that you get the right length that works for you. I bought mine at REI. I like their return policy, as long as you don't abuse it, please. But they adjust very easily. There's one little clip right here, a little button that you push to loosen the poles, and once you loosen them, they're split into 3 sections. Let me take them apart so you can see what I'm talking about. So once you take them apart, they look like this. They're just connected with a, I think it's some sort of Kevlar, and then there's a protective rubber coating. You want to be kind of delicate with these, of course, you know, don't abuse them, but I've already hiked 250 miles on the trail, and I've also hiked preparation hikes with these, and they are doing great. They don't look as if they've had any appreciable amount of wear. Of course, they're a little dusty and dirty from the trail, but they're doing fine. They don't have cork handles, and for some people that will be a turn-off. Black Diamond does make another version of these that does have cork, a little bit heavier. I decided that I like this material, and the more that I'm using it, the more comfortable I get with it. Initially, I was wondering if I'd be comfortable with the little straps here, but they have worked fine for me, and like most things, they wear in and they feel good. You'll notice there's an L here indicating that supposedly there's a left and right pole. I really haven't noticed much difference for me. These are geared primarily towards distance runners, you know, ultra runners and stuff, because they're extremely lightweight. I believe they are about 5 ounces each, which is about half the weight of comparable poles that are adjustable. So if you find a set that's the right size for you, these certainly are very lightweight and they're strong. The thing I like most about them is that they don't make that annoying buzz sound that some adjustable poles do. These make very little noise other than the tips hitting the ground. And one more thing about the tips. These tips are the carbide tips. They come supplied with rubber tips. Just ditch the rubber tips. Rubber tips will not grab onto soil properly, and they will wear through. They might have some limited application someplace, but maybe if you're going solely on rock or on finished surfaces like roadways, but if not, carbide tips are the way to go. In fact, I'm going to show you a picture of 2 very accomplished hikers who I met, Slow Start and Stillworks. And Slow Start was the director of an outdoor education school, and when he sees people who are hiking with the rubber tips, he'll stop and ask them if he can take them off for them, because the rubber tips really are just added weight and don't grab onto the surface as well as the carbide tips. One more thing about these poles. I'm about 5'10", and these 120 millimeter poles work well for me, and I'm happy about that because I use a Durston X-Mid tent, and it just so happens that 120 millimeters is exactly what's needed for the trekking pole height that is used to hold up that tent. I'll show you a picture of my tent that I've set up using these trekking poles, and you can see that the poles fit perfectly. So that's a little added bonus, I guess. They do make these also in an adjustable version that's sort of semi-adjustable, still has the same kind of break-apart design as these. More expensive and a little heavier weight, but that's something you can do if one of the set lengths, and I believe these come in 100, 110, and 120, if those lengths don't work for you, you might want to try the adjustable version. All right, anyway, that is my review of the Black Diamond Distance Carbon Z trekking pole.